So do you guys know that more than 5,000 pieces of precious artifacts that were looted during the colonial rule since 1897 is still scattered around 20 countries in the world? Well, in this video, we're going to be talking about that. I'm also going to be giving some details and some progress that has been made on the attempt to return these artifacts back to their originated kingdoms or places. And yeah, it's going to be an informative video, so stay tuned. So if you would like to see content like this, please click on the like button. It is really important, guys, that you click on the like button because it helps the channel and it helps the video. So please click on it. If you are new to the channel, thank you so much for tuning in. You can become a family member by subscribing to the channel. To all my returning subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in. Now, without further ado, let us get right into the topic. I remember as a child, growing up as a child, we used to hear a lot of stories about the colonial era when the white people came to Nigeria and, they did a lot of stuff, like they did a lot. And one of the major things they did were to steal. Yes, that's the word. They stole a lot of the treasures in Nigeria, and that includes the ancient artifacts. Now, these are precious artifacts that are made from precious materials, and it's not just about them being made from precious materials. They're precious in the sense that they are heritage. This artifact means a lot, like they have a lot of meaning, a lot of spiritual meaning and traditional meaning attached to them. But the colonial masters came in, looted all these artifacts, or most of the artifacts, and took them to their country. And for a long time now, there's been this attempt or this movement, speaking up against this act and also saying that they should restitute. Now, what does it mean to restitute? It means that they should get this artifact returned back to their origin. I started hearing more about this movement since 2020, and this is 2023, and I can say that very little progress has been made in getting this artifact returned back to their country. So we have some traditional rulers in Nigeria, especially the Oba of Benin, being at the forefront of this, speaking up and saying that this artifact should be returned back to their country, because most of the artifacts were taken from Benin. You guys know that Benin is very rich in culture. They are rich in carving stuffs like beads and all of that. Like, they are very rich in culture. So most of the artifacts were actually taken from Benin in Edo State, Nigeria. Some time ago, some artifacts were returned back to Benin, but a lot of these artifacts are still scattered in museums around the world, like the British Museum in London. There are some of them in Chicago. There are some of them in Berlin. There are some of them in Germany. There are some of them like just around different museums in the world. And, they are making a lot of money from these artifacts, keeping them in museums. People coming to see them. They are improving their economy, improving their tourism sector with these artifacts. Like, they're doing a lot of it. They are making a lot of money, guys, from this artifact. They keep saying that they are making attempts to return them, but we are seeing very little moves or little actions being taken in returning them. Now, I would like you guys to listen to this speech given by Chimamanda in Adichie about this topic. So let's hear what she had to say.
Germany is Beethoven, and Germany is Bach, and Germany is also its colonial atrocities that have resulted in hundreds of African skulls being stored in the basement of museums here in Berlin, skulls of men whose spirits cannot be at rest. The courage to say, we were wrong. The courage to say about art acquired illicitly, this is not ours. Tell us what to do with it. When we talk about this art that was stolen, we're told that they cannot be returned to Africa, for example, because Africans will not take good care of them. It is not merely condescending to say, I cannot return what I stole from you because you will not take good care of it. It is also lacking in basic logic. Since when has the basis of ownership been taking good care of what is owned? This position is paternalistic arrogance of the most stunning sort. It does not matter whether Africans or Asians or Latin Americans can take care of the art stolen from them. What matters is that it is theirs. A nation that believes in the rule of law cannot possibly be debating whether to return stolen goods. It just returns them. And so if the dignity of those from whom the art was stolen does not matter, then surely this idea should matter, that Europe should be what it claims to be. Live up to the ideals with which you define yourself.
Now, that was from Chimamanda Adichie. I really love how she presented her case. I feel like she made a lot of points, because what I can learn from what she said, these people are feeling so reluctant to return these things back to Nigeria because they feel like Nigeria cannot maintain it, or Nigeria do not have the facility to keep them. Can't even make any sense out of that. If you have stolen something from someone, the right thing for you to do is to return it back to the person, because the person is the rightful owner. God will not give somebody the knowledge, or God will not give somebody a gift that the person cannot handle. And even if the person doesn't handle it properly, then it is left for that person to face the consequences or whatever. So you are not in place to say that you're going to forcefully take something from someone and you're not going to return it because that person does not have the ability to keep it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But anyways, just to be fair, I believe if Nigeria really is making an attempt to get these things back, then I believe that proper arrangements on how to keep them should be put in place. Like, we should start putting those arrangements in place. How prepared are we to receive these things back? How prepared are we? What kind of museums do we have? What kind of facilities do we have for them to actually bring this thing back? Well, anyways, another improvement, I don't even know if I should call it improvement, but another thing that was done, in an attempt to return this thing back, the creation of this platform that is called Digital Benin. Now, Digital Benin is a knowledge platform that assembles the ancient artifacts from Benin Kingdom. It is not a restitution platform, but it just allows Nigerians to have a space, like an online space, where they can go to view all these artifacts, look at them, read about them, their origin, where they were taken from. Like, sometimes I feel like Nigerians are not very proactive, because while I was watching, the report about this Digital Benin, I felt like this is something that Nigerians should have come up with long before now, instead of, being that they were the ones that also came up with this idea. Like, long before now, we should have asked that we wanted to put up a platform. And I think that them putting up this platform shouldn't stop us from also putting up our own platform. We can request that, like, the authorities in charge of this can go and request that we want to put up a platform where we would have, all the pictures and details of this artifact. And, they can ask for access to have pictures of them and create a platform for, like a platform that is created by us, Nigerian, because this Digital Benin was not created by Nigeria. So it's like an online platform, like I said, where you can go and see the pictures. So what you are seeing on your screen now are screen records of the platform that I got. You can visit it. The platform is called Digital Benin. Once you search for it on Google, you'll see it there. So as you can see, there are pictures there showing, these artifacts. Like this one is titled, or the name of this particular artifact is called Oba Head, and it is a lost wax cast bronze head of an Oba taken from a shrine in the royal palace of Benin from the 19th century. So you can see, like, they actually know the details of these things, like, or most of these things, they know the details. Like, from what I learned, there are some of them that they could not actually trace where they got them from, but most of them, they are able to trace where they got them from. You can see that they were able to list that they got this one from the royal palace in Benin. So another one is this bowl with lid, and it says it's from, like, before 1948. Like, wow, like, that was a long time ago. And they also said that they got it from Benin. This one is made of wood. So you can see that they know where these things come from. It's just for them to make their decision, like their final decision, to return it and stop clinging to it just because of the benefits that they are having from it. So that's just my opinion about this topic. You guys should let me know what you think about it in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to click on the like button, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. To all my returning subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye for now.